Hi everybody, welcome back. My name's Jodi and today we're talking about the best package that you can send to a Peace Corps volunteer. So of course, any package that you send to a Peace Corps volunteer, I'm sure they're gonna love, and it's just nice to receive things from your family, but I'm going to tell you the best things that you can put into the package that are needed and wanted by Peace Corps volunteers. So I actually went out and I purchased a bunch of items that are great things to put into a package for a Peace Corps volunteer. I'm going to be packaging all of the things that I show you today in this video up into a box and sending it to a Peace Corps volunteer who's currently serving anywhere in the world. I need you to tell me who to send it to, and I'll tell you how you can do that at the end of the video. So all the items that you can put into a Peace Corps package, I've separated into 4 different categories: food and snacks, food accessories, useful things, and fun things. I'm gonna get right into it. The first thing is food and snacks. So the best things that you can pack for food and snacks for your Peace Corps volunteer are items that are easy to make or that are already ready to eat. Something that you can send that's already ready to eat are things like Cheez-Its or chips or cookies, whatever kind of things that your Peace Corps volunteer that you're sending this to really love. Another thing that you should keep in mind is that if you send things even like a box of brownies, you need margarine, maybe butter, maybe an egg. Depending on where you are in the world, those can be hard to come by, especially in rural areas. So I actually suggest that you put in items that you add just water. This mac and cheese specifically, you just add water, that's it. You don't need anything else. There's no other ingredients, just add water. Ask your volunteer what they already have. Maybe don't send them ramen noodles if they can get a similar item where they're living, but keep that in mind. Just add water or already ready to eat things. This is another one. This is chicken ready to eat. As soon as you open the bag, you can put this on a sandwich, in a wrap, anything like that, or you can just eat it by itself. Beverages are another option. So you can get different easy beverages that a lot of them are just add water. There are like juice mixes, you can get coffee mixes, even like flavored coffees, iced coffee mixes that you just add water, and you can send those. The thing that I'm sending is hot chocolate, and it's nice because it's easy, it's a good flavor, something that tastes like home. Other snacks and food that you can send to a Peace Corps volunteer that aren't the things that I showed are Cliff Bars or protein bars, especially if the person you're sending this to can't eat meat or has a dietary restriction like gluten, dairy, something like that. Send them snacks that they can consume because those snacks may be hard to find where they live. The next category of things that you can put into the package for your Peace Corps volunteer are food accessories. That includes things like spices, condiments, even things that you can cook with like pots and pans if they need a specific kind or a specific cooking utensil that's hard to come by. What I'm going to be putting in the package that I'm sending is ranch, a nice small bottle of ranch. Condiments can be hard because they're heavy and packages are usually priced by weight, so you can get smaller sizes if that's a problem. Another thing is spices. Spicing up food and making things taste like you're used to back home can really be nice. And I chose poultry seasoning, not because I expect somebody to be using this to make poultry necessarily, but it has sage, thyme, and black pepper. Whereas you could buy a spice of sage and you could buy another bottle of thyme and then another thing of black pepper. Here it's kind of mixed, so I like to use the mixes. Those are nice because you get a variety of flavors. Other food accessories you can send are maple syrup, regular pancake syrup, any specific condiment that is hard to come by where your Peace Corps volunteer is living, or like I said, different cooking supplies like maybe a cheese grater if they need that. The third category of things you can send to your Peace Corps volunteer are helpful things. The helpful things that you can send are going to be dependent on where the person lives in the world and maybe what they're doing for their job, for their projects. You can send things like that that can help them along with those things. I'm going to be sending some seeds, garden seeds, so you can grow some cilantro and some peppers. Seeds can be really great, especially if you're an agriculture volunteer and you're growing a big garden, stuff like that. But even if you're not an agriculture volunteer, it's nice to have seeds. You can grow things most places in the world and get some durable things that are easy to grow, maybe some spices. Another thing that can be really helpful if you're a teacher or if your Peace Corps volunteer works with children a lot is stickers, because these are motivating, especially in a place where people maybe have less money to spend on things like stickers. These are great. I used to use them for my students when I was in the Peace Corps. I would give them stickers if they would do really great on tests, and it was a fun treat. And you can get a pack like this. There's 256 stickers, so they'll go a long ways for just a couple of bucks. Another thing I'm putting in here are note cards. Note cards can be helpful in the classroom. They can also be helpful for volunteers who are still learning language. So having note cards, flashcards that you can make up and study things, teach people things, or just keep notes. Where I was living, I couldn't find anything like this, so I loved when I received some from my family. Other useful things that you can send to your Peace Corps volunteer are things like solar lights that you can charge outside and then use in your house at night when you need it, or different tools that they may need, toiletries or lotions, different needs that different Peace Corps volunteers have that are just a little bit harder to find where they're living. Another thing that I want to add here is that you can buy these globes. They're really cool online, that are actually like a beach ball material, so you blow it up and then it's just got the whole world on it. And that's a great learning tool for any Peace Corps volunteer that is in the education field, or any Peace Corps volunteer that just hangs out with other people and likes to show them America, where they're from. It's kind of cool to be able to show it on an actual globe-like surface rather than a flat map like people in a lot of countries are used to seeing. The final category of things that you can put into your Peace Corps package to send off to your beloved Peace Corps volunteer are fun things. This is maybe the most important because it's always important to have a lot of fun. I have quite a few things in this category that I'm going to be adding to the package. I wish that I could have accessed more scented candles when I was in the Peace Corps, but they were just so hard to find and very expensive on a Peace Corps budget. So these are just nice. It's nice to have a good candle in your home. Another thing, things to pamper yourself with. Whether your Peace Corps volunteer is a man or a woman, it's nice to use a face mask. Another fun thing that you can do is send new candies that maybe people where your Peace Corps volunteer is living haven't tried before. My parents sent me some Pop Rocks, some jelly beans, lots of different things like that. I'm going to be sending jelly beans just because you can share these with a lot of people. Each jelly bean has its own different flavor. They're fun to share. Pop Rocks were also fun because the experience of having Pop Rocks in your mouth is something that maybe we take for granted, but it's really cool. Sorry, my cat's been meowing this entire video. She's a little hyper today. Another fun thing that you can send to your Peace Corps volunteer are games, especially games that you don't need to speak English in order to play with. This game specifically has a lot of pieces that you put together and you can build different things. They have pictures on the back, and that's like a fun activity that you can take out with any age of kids really and just play with it. Other games, toys that you can play with other kids are things like those slack lines that you put up between trees and then walk across, or Jenga's another good one. Chess is fun if the students already know how to play. It's a lot easier. I taught a few students how to play chess where I was, and worthwhile. They loved it. The kids absolutely loved playing games, especially things that, you know, we could just hang out, casually play with. And a lot of the kids that would come to my house to use toys didn't really have toys to play with, so anything really, it's fun. Blocks, Legos, things like that. Another fun thing is you can send your volunteer letters. If you're sending a big package with a bunch of things, maybe have everybody in your family or your Peace Corps friends write a couple letters, tell them, you know, that they miss them and stuff, and throw that into the package as well. When my family sent me packages, you would usually get pictures drawn by my nephew or different letters written, and I loved that. You can also send photos of your family. You can send local things, like if you're from Wisconsin, send a t-shirt with a picture of Wisconsin, or postcards, things that remind the Peace Corps volunteer of home and that they can show other people, like pictures of where they came from and their family. Another thing that's fun to send is books, but those can be a little heavy, so I'm not adding a book because I have a lot of other things I want to send, and books can take up a lot of space. If you know that your volunteer loves books, that's a great idea to add also to the package. Of course, there are lots of other things that you can send in a Peace Corps package, but these are things that I've heard of, other people say that they've received, or that I've received myself, that were awesome ideas. If this video helped you out at all, please make sure to like and subscribe. I really do appreciate when people subscribe to my channel, and if you are one of those people out there who knows a Peace Corps volunteer that's serving right now and you want to get them this package that I'll be mailing out, all you have to do is first subscribe to my channel, and then go ahead and email my YouTube email address, and I'll put that right down here, send an email to this address and say that you want to be put into the drawing for this package. In about a month and a half, I will be drawing a name to receive this package, and I will contact you through the email address that you contacted me at, and I will be requesting the address of your Peace Corps volunteer, and I will mail it out to them. Obviously no cost to you. I will be doing the mailing. I'll pay for everything. I'll ship it out, and I hope that whoever gets it really does enjoy it, because that's the purpose of me sending it. Let me know if you have any other questions or ideas that I didn't think of in the comments below, and have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye!